Welcome everybody to MRC eRacing, North America PlayStation League Tier 2, Spanish Grand Prix. It looks like a few guys are getting ready to come out already. We got a Ferrari coming out, we got Guinnett coming out. These guys are quick.
Yeah, a lot of cars actually heading out
Yeah,
quite
Niebuhr's
early.
out. We've got a McLaren out, which I'm assuming is Arrow? No, Arrow is still in the garage. Mario is out already as well. I believe he's first on the track at the moment.
There is a lot of cars bunched up,
Yeah, they really
so
want to work on
be
spreading out.
interesting, yeah, to see how they
Those
manage
Ferraris,
that.
very close together as well. I've seen that skimming through.
Yeah, Renault right behind them as well. Jones.
Let's see what
Are you
tires
getting
everybody are on.
engine noise?
Nope, the engine noise is
No.
missing again. Great.
Yeah, hopefully that sorts itself out. But
It won't.
you don't need engine noise to enjoy a good qualifying session, so
I mean, it's you kind of do. It's
you
unfortunate
kind
for
of
sure.
do, but.
We'll just pretend it's there. Yeah.
Do you know who's at the head of this pack?
Niebuhr is close. It might be Mario if Mario stayed ahead. Mario is on the first hot lap. Let's ride with Mario.
All right, on board with Mario. Heading down into turn one. Missed the apex a bit, but not too bad. I don't know about you, but this track is very tricky. It's a lot of elevation change on some of these corners, and
Yep.
if you're not in a good rhythm, you can really kind of get into a rut where you're just not at your best.
Yeah,
But
it's a track where you need to be precise. You need to know exactly where you should be on the track. You can't just kind of, you know, figure it out as you
yeah,
go. You really do need to practice this track to get a good hot lap in because there's so many places where the car is trying to get away from you, and if you're not aware of that, you can easily send it around. Right here, especially, is a very tricky part. Cars always wanting
yeah,
you know, step out and go off the road, and it's very tricky to keep it right.
yeah. The third sector here is just all sorts of difficult. An interesting
I've
line over
jumped
that last corner. We'll see if that
pace dogs
lap
off the
still
road here.
stands.
Mario won 20.7 on the mediums. I've got Ginnett coming around on end his lap. He's catching Niebuhr, hopefully not being slowed down by him. T-Money's got a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Brent. I
Oh
believe
no.
Brent is off. Yeah, Brent is off at the final corner, so he's obviously been
Yeah,
in a big collision here.
his wing is
Hopefully nobody. He's taking his time
fairly
getting back on.
damaged. A
Smart.
lot of.
Oh, almost.
He kept it good. He's gonna
No,
have to
yeah.
go all the way
Pick
around
pick
though,
the
and
right time. We got getting at the top in the charts with the hard tire. First place, 120.1. Good
the
lap.
hard tire. That is an impressive lap. Um, Mario though, pretty solid on the mediums.
Yeah, it's a good
Second,
lap.
I think that's is quite a good lap.
Ahead of Brian Mosser, who we've seen has some pretty good pace at a few of the races so far this year.
Yeah, definitely. Another five-place grid penalty for T Money for a collision with Harry Hotspur. See if I can find what happened there, but T Money, 10 places. Our championship, I guess he's still in second place. Is he in the lead? I can't recall, but regardless, 10 place grid penalties so far for T Money. Not what you want to start qualifying.
T Money, I believe Arrow is, a fair distance out in front in the championship
No, after
next.
last week's win, I think T Money cut it to just a few points.
We'll definitely check on that. Let you know soon. Um, Yeah, T-Money, I mean, 10 places, what is he doing out there? How has he caused that many collisions? That's what I'd really like to know. Is something, is this a hardware
Yeah,
issue or...
T Money only 4 places, or sorry, 4 points behind Aerostrike for the lead here in the championship, and now has a lot of work to do. Doesn't have a lap yet, and regardless of what lap he does, he's 10 places down.
Just trying to check if Harry's got any damage here. He appears to have stayed out on the hards. Probably okay then. He's got a fairly good time there on the hards as well.
Yeah, he set a nice lap there, so
And Fuzz is just barely off of him too on the hards. So it's a good lap from those guys.
yeah.
Fuzz
So
now catching Ferrari. I believe it's six right in front of him. Yeah, six is. Not sure if either of them are on hot laps, but
I don't think so
six
because
will be
Fuzz
getting out
doesn't
of the
seem
way.
to be.
Six is rocking a nice purple and yellow helmet. Looks pretty fly in that Ferrari. I'll say it.
We've said it before, but half the
Ha-
battle is
have we?
having a good helmet.
Oh, you mean that specific line? Yeah, we've used that one. This is our fourth
So
stream of the season, so we're starting to recycle things.
yeah, um,
Lasser
if you've
backed
been
up
here with
behind
us, yeah,
a
you've probably
fresh
noticed a
six.
few things, but um, still quite a few cars who haven't set times yet.
We got Robin Hood.
Uh, Notably, Aerostrike, the championship leader.
Robin
Um,
Hood pitting now.
Pace Dogs hasn't set a lap either. He's out now.
Niebuhr is stopped in a very bad place right here. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. Is he out of fuel? It appears he's
Frustrating.
out of fuel.
Hard to say.
His fuel light is red. I can't see what is going on.
No,
He definitely impeded people though. He was in a very bad spot there, and that's someone's lost it. Jones has lost it on the entry to the pit lane. Now he's stuck going the wrong way. He might get disqualified here. He doesn't get turned around quick.
Oh, Niebuhr
Disqualified.
disqualified and Jones disqualified. So two in quick succession there.
Yeah.
Um,
Jones couldn't get turned around. He's blocking the pit entry. Unfortunate. A bad place to lose the car. And nearly takes someone out. I suppose that's his ghost now, not really his fault.
yeah, I don't think he was in control
Pace
there, but
dogs. Fastest,
new fastest
119.6.
lap. Yep, on the mediums.
That's a good
It's a
lap.
good time. Good first lap.
That's our marker, I think. Arrow 119.7 on the hards. That is impressive.
Wow,
Less than a tenth off pace dogs on the hard tire.
that uh, that's quite impressive.
Yeah, that's a really solid lap.
About halfway through quali now, and
Yeah.
still a few cars who haven't set times. T Money out now on his medium tires. Brent yet to set a time as well. I think he's just about to finish his first hot lap, so we'll see where this puts him.
Right on board
No,
with Brent.
he's abandoned that
Yeah, T Money
to let
coming
T
around.
Money through.
T Money on a hot
And
lap.
GP Colin on the hard tire on an out lap. So
119.2 for T Money. That's a great lap. It's
it is on the
unfortunate
medium tire. You need that.
he'll be
So
starting 11th on this tire with his current brake
if
penalties.
he maintains first,
Yeah, at this point is what I'm saying. That's,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I guess at this point you have to, but otherwise you're starting dead
but
last.
it's a difficult track to overtake on as well.
Yeah,
So
Brent
quite
is now.
unfortunate.
Let's ride with Brent. He's just finishing up or just starting the second sector, sorry.
See how he does.
Looking solid. Definitely had a warm up lap on those mediums. got them working, and
Nice and tight through there, using the curb. It's a tricky corner too. You want to take as much speed as possible, but
yeah, he's looks
staying
like
easy
he's
for the car to step out.
taking care of these tires too, not putting too much stress on them, but also being quick.
Hit the apex there nicely. I think for Brent
Just
right now,
kiss that
he's got,
inside curb, and
yeah, he's got to get a time on the board.
yeah, that looks like this is what he's going for here. Nice and just a steady lap, and
Yep, nice and tight through the third sector. Coming around the final corner and see where he puts himself. Only 15th, 129. So I mean, obviously he
yeah, he wasn't pushing at the start of that lap.
had some issues there, but
Must have
he's got to
missed
hurry
something.
back to the lane now because we've only got 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes left in this session.
We got Zamoglis, who I believe this is his second race of the season now, up in 8th on the mediums, 120.9.
Little flag in sector one. See if we can find that. Can't tell.
I'm riding with some Oglis. He looks like he's just doing his first hot lap.
GP Colin kind of lost in the mix there, but a 120.3 on the hard tires, a really solid lap from him.
Yeah, that's
Um,
great.
quite impressive. So
You gotta imagine he'll be coming out on a softer tire and be putting himself hopefully into the top four. I'd imagine that's what he's got to shoot for
yeah,
with that pace.
so we should expect to see a few cars head back out soon. Um,
Smoglet's looking really quick on this lap. It's been really steady, using the full track. No lockups, nice and steady on the throttle. Just
yeah, he
nailing
looks
this sector. Yeah, car
really
looks hooked
smooth.
up. Perfect through there. This is going to be a good lap, I think.
See what time he gets here. Oh, and he
19.6.
improved to third. Well done.
It's a good lap.
Um, really solid there. So we've got Ginnett now on his outlap on the medium tire. He's uh he's definitely in the mix here for pole position, I think. He's been quick in the races he's participated in, so
Robin Hood
see him now just
on
warming
a
the
lap.
tires.
Yeah, we'll just ride with Ginnett. He looks like he's closest to getting a lap. We got the newcomer Alex Kovalev on his first hot lap of his MRC career. We could ride on
Yes,
board with that.
newcomer this week.
I believe he's stolen
Ginnett's
Marcus Ericsson's
just
old number.
starting his hot lap. Traffic coming out of the pit lane, they should be out of his way, no issues there. Through turn one.
Let's ride with Ginnett.
He looks solid through the first sector so far. Bit wide through there. This is going to be the lap he needs. Will be his time here. So, really want to minimize mistakes. He looks solid through there. Keeps it in sixth gear through that turn. DRS is open. Down into second. Nice through the apex there. Looks solid so far. Coming now into the end of the lap here in
Ooh,
this tricky third sector. A bit deep. Coming
Yeah.
around the final quarter now. You want to pin the throttle up in the 7th, up in the 8th. Only good for second best. I think he's got some time in that.
Yeah, definitely in that one corner he lost a couple tenths there.
Yeah. A lot of cars not out of the pits yet, so I mean, for guys such as T Money and Pace Dogs, they're really cutting it close in terms of whether or not they'll be able to get another lap in, as well as Aero Strike. So we're now under 2 minutes. Aero is coming out of the pits.
Yep.
Um, on the medium tire.
Got Zamoglis going through. Oh, and he's spun Zamoglis. Zamoglis is retired. Not really sure why he's retired in that part of the track.
I unfortunately can't see where he is, but
He's, I believe, in the first sector.
couple yellow flags. Um, we want to
Brian,
ride on board with Arrow.
we should ride on board with Arrow. Just a contender for pole. This could be the pole position lap.
GP Collin retires as well after that really solid lap on the hards. I missed what
Yeah.
happened, but
Yeah, he never got
gotta be
his
disappointed.
Guinness
Kinnett
retired.
retires.
Probably in the
The
pits.
Moglis did get up into second.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow
Oh,
flags everywhere. Oh, an
Arrow.
Arrow.
Yeah, he's really lost the car there.
That's gonna. Tire should be okay, I'd imagine, by the time he starts the lap, but you don't want that sort of
Yeah.
messing with your head before you start a hot lap. Regardless, he starts now. Our championship leader.
Needs to get himself up there.
Ooh,
He's got
deep
like
through turn one.
a marginal lead and can definitely build on that today in a tricky circuit if he can keep the car steady near the front.
Yeah, Brian Mosser, on the soft tire, a 119.0 puts him on
It's a great
provisional
lap from
pole.
Brian. It's a great lap.
It is. Not the tidiest lap so far from Arrow, but we know he's got pace.
Oh, he's
A
nearly
bit
gone wide
wide
there.
there.
Yeah.
We'll have to see where this puts him, but don't think this will be good enough for pole position.
Hasn't been the greatest lap from Arrow. It's a good opportunity because the guys at the front aren't necessarily, in a position to defend their spots right now. So Arrow could definitely jump a lot of guys here. Who was that parked on the corner?
There's a newcomer, Alex Kovalev, into second.
Arrow, good,
Wow,
good. That's a good recovery from him. It didn't look the greatest lap.
it was. No. I feel he's still slightly disappointed with that because there's a couple corners there where he definitely lost a few tenths. So, is anyone still on a lap? I don't believe so.
I
This
think
should be
that's
the
it.
end of qualifying.
Let's recap. We got Brian Mosser on pole position, 119.0 on the softs. Arrow Strike 119.1 on the medium tire. T Money with a 10 place grid penalty. He's qualified third, 119.2 on the mediums. He'll be dropped to 13th unless there are other penalties we've missed. We've got Fuzail in 119.2 on the medium. Smoglis 119.4 on the medium. Ginnett 119.5 on the medium. And I've lost the screen. So there we
The
go. We'll
engine noise
continue.
is
Pace
back
dog.
though.
Yeah, good. Pace
So
dog 119.6. Medium tire. A lot of people on the medium tire here. This track is tough on tires. Ryan
yep.
120, almost 120 flat on the medium. Brent 120 on the medium. GP Colin on the hard. Qualifies in the top 10, so he'll be starting on the hard tire, which isn't necessarily a bad strategy from 10th place, which will be 9th place actually with the grip penalty applied.
Yep.
So 120.3, that's a decent, it could work out for him. Depending, hopefully he doesn't get tangled up Harry Hotspur outside the top 10, so tires are irrelevant at this point. 120.4, Mario 127, Burns 128, Robin Hood 121.3, and we've lost. I think there was another guy down there.
There's a few more, but for any of the guys outside of the top 10, I think you've got to start on the hard, don't you? It definitely gives you the best opportunity to kind of be quick at the end, which
it's definitely the way you gotta go. If you're not in the top 10,
yeah,
you're at a disadvantage on a track where you can't overtake. You gotta do it on strategy. If you're outside the
yep,
top 10 and you're thinking you're gonna slap those softs on and rip through the pack, you're fooling yourself. It's not that simple.
definitely.
Unless you have outstanding pace and you're way out of position. Someone like T Money maybe
I guess on the
considers that,
flip
but
side, maybe in GP Collins' case, he is starting on the hards. Do you lose too much pace through your first stint where you lose track position, right? And then when you come back out, you're quicker, but maybe not quick enough to get past.
um, I think that you could, uh, you know, the first two laps there's no DRS. You can probably defend that position on those hard tires.
Yeah,
By the
I
time
think
you
so.
by the time you get to the DRS lap, your hard tires are gonna be working.
All right, 30 seconds now. Just under 30 seconds until we get underway here.
Everybody readying up. Looks like our commentary booth's parked right outside the Mercedes garage, close to the Ferrari. Red Bull just down the way. All right, should be on the grid. Formation lap will be starting soon. There we go. Quick start for Mosser, jumping out. Arrow in second. Fuzz in
Oh,
third.
one of the Renaults went right into the grass. I believe that was Moglis.
Smoglis, yeah.
Um,
Get it.
Kept the car though, so field is not too spread out so far. Nice to see.
Base
If you're the leader,
dogs.
I think it's important that you don't get too far ahead because you'll be sitting there on the grid for quite a while.
Pace Dog's been very fast so far this season, and he's sitting down at 6. A bit of a dark horse candidate for winning this race. He definitely has very good pace, so could see him creep up
Yeah,
into that top 3 before the race is over.
well, I think even Fuzz in third, he's a reserve driver, but I do think he's got some potential here to fight for the victory.
If you can
Brian
find,
Mosser really needs to get away, and he needs to fill the gap as best he can because Spain is very harsh on tires, and these softs aren't going to last all that long. So
yeah,
all the cars swerving in unison, quite a sight to see.
we've got Brent in 8th as well. Could be a very interesting race. We've got some quality drivers hanging around that top 10.
Yeah. Do we want to do a
T-Money and
quick rundown of the
Burns.
championship? I guess we don't
I
have
don't think
time
we
in the
no
standings.
no
No,
the
no
race is
time.
starting. We'll get to it. It'll there'll be downtime. Somebody not, but there will be at some point.
Yep.
If there's not, we'll go over it next week. We could pop it in at the end while we're getting the interviews set up, maybe. It'll be outdated by then. All right, the grid is nearly formed. We're gonna watch Brian Mosser. Pole position once again. Some very good pace from him. Lights should be starting any second. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lights out. That took a while. Brian Mosser. How does this start? It looks good. He's got away. It's what he
Seems
needs.
like he's flying up there.
Nobody really outstanding on the start there. Everybody kind of settling. We've got Zamoglis and... Oh, very close
Fuzz
there.
battling there.
Zamoglis and Fuzz. Ginnett taking a look.
Oh, we have a Williams that's off.
Believe that. Not sure who that is. Oh, that's
That was
GP Collin
Harry
is off.
Hotspur.
Harry and GP Collin are out. They must have collided. They're far off the field now. Ginnett very close there, taking a look at Zamoglis. Fuzz is starting to
Top
slip away
eight.
a little bit. Oh,
All
and
maintain position.
Ginnett gets bumped there by Pace Dogs. Oh, and we've got Zamoglis, I believe, riding in the third as well. A lot of action here in the 4, 5, 6 positions. Very tight. We've got Fuzz taking a look. Aero defends. Very close, though. Mosser building that gap, just what he needs.
Yeah, definitely. Ginnett right on the gearboxes and Logless as well.
Let's ride with Ginnett. We can see ahead of us as well. We've got Fuzz and Aero just ahead. Looks like Fuzz has a good run here. Let's ride with Fuzz.
See if he thinks about it. He peaks. He's
Just
too
to
far
let him
back.
know he's
Without
there.
DRS. Yeah.
Those brake ducts lighting up red. Zamoglis still defending from Ginnett. Fuzz really pressuring Aero now. Really wants to get up in a second.
Quite wide. And all this working in Brian Mosser's favor.
Truly, yeah.
He needs a couple really quick laps here.
Yeah. You want to have that gap before those tires start to fall. What you hope is Aero can defend a little longer and slow Fuzz down, because Fuzz at this point would be catching Brian if he's through.
Ginnett really closing on Zamoglis, but
Sends it.
and he shoots it down the inside.
Great little move there. Great pass.
Wow.
From
I'm surprised he made that work. Jones is retired. I don't know what's happened to him, but
it's a great move from Ginnett. Just tucked it in.
good respect from Zamoglis too, you know.
Yep.
You gotta trust that the driver ahead is gonna be safe.
Recognize that you're going for an overtake. Pace Dog now attacking Zamoglis, who's probably on the back foot from that overtake.
We have Ryan right behind the two of them as well. He takes a peek, but he wasn't going to have a shot there. Just kind of wanted to look.
Got Robin Hood closing on Burns. Very close.
T-Money up to 9th, so
Yep.
a really good start from him. Gained 4 positions. He's closing on Brent.
Ryan now close to Pace Dogs, who's not letting Zamoglis get away either. Get it now, 1.6 off of Fuzz. I want to hopefully chop that down before Fuzz gets by Aero. Once that DRS
Fuzz
kicks in.
keeping in. Yeah.
Pace Dog now very close to Zamoglis ahead. Riding on board with Ryan still.
Yeah, we got a good view from his seat here.
Yeah. See Pace Dog really taking a look. He's probably going to take a run down the main straight for sure. Hopefully Ryan can get in on that action too. Great. That's what he needed. Zamoglis gets a great exit. Now Ryan suddenly putting Pace Dog under... Oh. What's going... Oh, safety car. We have a safety car. Now, who can sneak into the pits here? Anybody willing to do
Brian
that?
Mosser really has to consider it.
Brian Mosser for sure, but
he's
they've missed the pit entry.
Pit lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Niebuhr possibly in position too. GP Collins missed the pit entry. Is Niebuhr going to consider it? Niebuhr's going into the pits. Good call. Excuse me.
See what tire he goes on to. I missed what caused that safety car. Jones retired while ago, so I'm surprised the safety car has come out now. Still bunch the field back up though, and
Yeah, we didn't have any massive gaps, but it's definitely not what Brian Mosser wants. I don't know if he wants to
this,
concede that track position at this point. He's not going to be able to build a gap, though. He's gone 4 laps on these softs already. How much more time can
yeah,
he possibly get? Robin Hood Lawyer with a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Also Zamoglis.
and Zmogless.
Unfortunate for
Um,
Zamoglis. He's probably going to want to serve that right now. That's your best bet. You're just coming around.
yeah, especially on the medium tires. Robin Hood Lawyer, another drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
It's very curious. I'm thinking...
2 drive-through penalties? I'm not sure how that'll work. Um,
I have to see drive through the pits twice. Do it. Go in, Zamoglis. Do it. He should have definitely gone in. He's going to lose more time when the... Yeah, but...
Brian Mosser has gone into the pits. He puts on the medium tire. So we'll see where he comes out. The field now is being given the go-ahead to catch the safety car. So Brian Mosser didn't really capitalize, but he's in 11th. Hopefully minimized serious damage. And my mistake, he is on the hard tire. I don't think that'll last to the end of this race though. That is a lot of laps to put on those tires. So
Yeah.
with that, Arrow is promoted to first. He's got Buzz and Ginnett behind him, closing out the podium positions as of right now. Big winners, I guess, from the safety car would be Harry Hotspur and GP Collin, who fell way behind.
Yep.
And now they're able to kind of close back in. Harry actually went into the pits or something, I believe. Maybe not. Brent also pit onto the hards, so...
Good call from Brent. Didn't lose too many places. Brian Mosser, unfortunately, in a very bad spot, but, you know, 4 or 5 laps from now, he'll have some really good tires while these guys are falling off and ready to pit ahead, so...
Yeah.
It could pan out. We'll see, you know.
If these guys slow each other up, and
it's certainly not a bad...
okay.
It's certainly not a bad position. What else do you do, though, really? You got a safety car on lap 4, and you're on the soft tire, you don't have much of a choice. You minimize, like at this point, even if you go 2 more laps, you got to pit. Even if you go 3 more laps, you got to pit. The field's going to get in front of you anyway. So now you're in 11th with fresh tires, ready to fight. No drama. You know, it's hopefully smooth sailing ahead.
Yeah.
Easing the tires through the safety car period to possibly extend them to the life he needs. We'll see what he can do.
Front runner is just weaving, trying to keep heat in those tires. This will extend their stint on the mediums, which will help. The undercut, though, very powerful, and we'll see who blinks first. Buzz right on the gearbox of Arrow there. You don't want any incidents under safety car. Brent has left the session.
There possibly a disconnect there. Let's get Brent's other invite. Can you get that?
Alex Kovalev. 5 5-second penalty for severe collision.
Yeah. Are you able to get Brent's an invite?
I can't send invites, no.
Oh. I will check. Safety car in this lap. I can't send
in
invites
this lap. He should be able to join back in, I'd imagine.
As long as he's got an invite to get back in. Arrow's going to want to bunch this up a little bit more. He's a little too close to that safety car.
Yeah, he's let Fuzz come right back on him. Wow.
Yeah, that was a bad restart from Arrow. Fuzz now has a shot down this straight. The great toe.
No,
No
no
DRS though.
DRS, but yeah, he's got the
Fuzz will
inside
send it.
line.
Fuzz, oh,
Oh,
three
three
wide.
wide
Oh my.
with Pace
Ginnett
Dogs right
sneaks
behind
through.
Ginnett, the big winner there. Fuzz
Pretty
goes wide. Pace Dogs
great action.
sneaks up the inside. Wow, a hectic restart.
Arrow, I don't know if he was just not really paying attention or that was his plan all along,
What
but
happened there?
yeah, it
T
was caught
Money
napping.
up into sixth, going around the outside of Ryan as well. Just crazy.
Pace Dog taking a look. Not quite close enough. Arrow's defending.
Fuzz and Ryan battling back there too. Fuzz seemed in great position off that restart. And
Yeah,
now he's fighting to hang on to fourth.
yeah, we've got very interesting there. Fuzz looked like he was on for taking a shot at the race lead, and suddenly Ginnett's in there and ends up running away with first place by 1.8 seconds now. It's a comfortable lead at this point with, DRS not activated yet. Pace Dogs hanging on to Arrow. Fuzz will be pressuring for that final podium position if Pace Dog makes it through. And T-Money right there now after those penalties on the grid. He's now in 5th place on the medium, sitting pretty. That's worked out for him with a very unfortunate qualifying session. Maybe going to the stewards after for qualifying incidents. We'll take a look at that. Let you know if there's any other additional penalties. Pace Dog now very close to Arrow. DRS should be reactivated on the next lap. Got Mosser very close to. Oh no, what's happened there? Mosser and Burns looks like he's lost. No, someone has lost the car. Not too sure. 6 possibly? Is he dropping down the grid? I believe 6 is out of the race. Yep. Zamoglis passing him. Close gaps here. We've got Fuzz closing on Pace Dog. Taking a look. Oh,
Making that
sends
move.
it around the outside again. Oh, Pace
Oh, a
Dogs
bit of
collides.
contact and Pace Dogs.
Pace
Ooh.
Dog. Pace Dogs is. Oh no, he's okay. He's ghosted. I thought he retired. Okay, just ghosted, returning to the track. Pace Dog. Pace Dog there got. Not too sure if he just, tried to hang on too hard or Fuzz. Fuzz didn't seem to move. I think he held his line pretty fairly there. Pace Dog looks like he got the short end of the stick there and got sent off into the wall. Now under pressure from Zoinks, surely carrying some wing damage. You can see his front left end plate is missing. We're not too sure. Fuzz surely wouldn't have taken any damage from that. It looked like pretty clean contact. Just Pace Dog couldn't recover the car after it was sent wayward.
Yeah, it seemed a racing incident more than anything.
Yeah. T-Money now pressuring Fuzz.
Great recovery so far.
Yeah. Has to be said.
He's on a mission right now, and his pace is very strong once again. Brian Mosser also into 7th, pressuring Mario. Getting it with the fastest lap.
T-Money closing. Oh, and his teammate sends it. Fuzz is not really his teammate, but kind of today.
Today, yes.
Fuzz closes the door on T-Money. Now can Fuzz build that gap up and try and get that get T-Money out of his DRS? All the while, Ginnett running away at the front.
Sorry to interrupt. He has moved past Mario, so he's now into 6th. Great for him as well. He did start on those softs, so not too bad. Team Money now just needs to hang with Fuzz through the final sector and set himself up for a good run.
Closed in nicely
Space
here.
Dogs has pit onto the hards. I imagine he got a new wing as well.
Yeah. He's good to go to the end now. That could work out for him
Just
if he
behind
makes up
the
some time in
newcomer.
clear air. Yeah, once he passes Alex Kovalev, he'll be in clear air for quite a while. He's by already. T-Money now. Not close enough here to take a look at Fuzz. We got Burns closing on Mario as well. GP Colin on Zoinks. Let's take a look at that battle. GP Colin not quite close enough to take a look either. T-Money now 4/10 on Fuzz. Oh, we've got someone at Mosser's lost the car.
Brian Mosser.
He's taken some pretty heavy wing damage, it looks like, as well. That
He's
wing
gone
needs to be
around. Harry
replaced.
Hotspur
Has neither
coming up
end
on
plate.
him.
Neither of his end plates. Alright, it's severe damage. He'll be pitting, no doubt.
Unfortunate too. He's already on the hard tire.
Yeah, that's not what you're hoping for on the hards. Harry looking to get by. Should be able to get by through the short DRS straight here, as he'll get a much better exit. He just needs to be patient. Don't do anything crazy. He's got a lot of track ahead of you, Harry. Yeah, there we go.
Down
Perfect.
the inside. Wow.
Great move from
Well
Harry.
done. Good control. Zoinks now on Mosser's gearbox, or he will be soon enough.
Towing GP Colin up there with him. T-Money really close to Fuzz now. Great run down the main street here. This is going to be on for an overtake. Let's see if Fuzz can defend it. What do we got here? T-Money sends it. Great move.
Before the corner. Coming up on a
catching
back
traffic
marker here.
Unfortunate. Robin Hood will need to be getting out of the way quickly here. He's appeared suddenly to not... I don't think he's getting out of the way. I'm not sure what he's doing here. It's very unfortunate. We'll be letting both those guys through.
And
Fuzz. Okay.
Not too bad.
Yeah, a little bit of a delay though. T-Money sees Arrow slipping away ahead.
See if Fuzz now can hang on to T-Money and maybe the two of them can catch Arrow.
Burns now closing in on Mario as well. Let's keep an eye on that. We'll just go back to Fuzz. Ride with him. Rest of the field, nothing too close anywhere else, so we'll just keep an eye on these two battles at the moment. Arrow now chopping that lead to Ginnett as well.
And T-Money has closed on Arrow, so...
this is undercut territory.
Yeah.
These four, any of these four could pull an undercut here. They're in the pit window now.
If you're Fuzz, I mean... taking a peek, he's not close enough, but...
And
I think if you're Fuzz, why not go for it, right?
Right, and you've got 6 seconds behind. You're not really in danger of losing time to Ryan behind. So at this point, rather than sitting here battling, letting the Ginnett and Arrow get away, Fuzz could pull an undercut here and possibly leapfrog these drivers. I would think all of them got to be thinking pit this lap.
He might come out behind GP Colin, which would be an issue because he is on the hard tire. He will be out for a few more laps.
Oh no! Fuzz has lost the car. He's in a precarious position there. Gets back on. Pretty smart there, yeah. Good recovery to get back. And he's lost it again. He sent it around again. Got too greedy on that recovery. Still in the grass here. Other cars moving through. Hopefully,
really unfortunate for
get a penalty.
Good drive so far.
Yeah, he's put himself in a bad spot now. He can barely keep the car right.
Brent gets past, down to 11th. I think he's got a pit now. Why not?
In DRS range.
T-Money fastest lap. Sorry, back. Yeah, up to the front. T-Money just put in the fastest lap. So the rivalry we we've been seeing all season so far is between the top three runners right now.
Yeah.
Are the top three in our championship standings, and there really isn't much between the three of them. So
Ryan and Burns have pit. Fuzz obviously in the pits as well. Let's check those
good call
tires.
from Ryan, I think. He's not going to pull the undercut off on any of the cars in front of him, but he put himself in a nice gap here, and
Yep, that's a smart move.
yeah, Brian
Mosser.
Mosser with the fastest lap.
Yeah, until 11th now. That's a pretty solid recovery for him. He won't be able to go to the end on those mediums, though, I don't believe.
Definitely not.
We've got... what else do we have here?
Arrow.
Brent closing on Zoinks as well.
Yeah, Zoinks is reaching the end of that stint there.
Yeah, we've got Mario up into 4th place as well. Needs to pit still, but not in a bad spot. He'll be coming out just around 9th or 10th, more than likely. So,
Maybe
puts himself into another point position. Aerostrike's got a decent run here. Might take a... he might think about it. He's going to send
quick.
it.
He looked, but...
thought better of it.
T-Money
now very
also
close.
In DRS range. Just a second, not even, between the top three here. Very good stuff. Ginnett. If I'm Ginnett, you gotta pit this lap, right?
You have to, yeah.
Either
These guys are all
squabbling,
or...
yeah. Either they follow you in or you get the undercut. He's not pulling away.
Yeah, I think the rest, the other two behind probably consider pitting as well. I mean, we could see all three of them pit here, really. All three could dive in together. Whoever doesn't, though, would probably compromise themselves a tad. They are catching back markers now. I'd say, you know, if you'd pit last lap, that could have worked out, you know. You could have worked out an
goes off
undercut.
the track, but lets everyone through, and that's what you want to see, right? You don't want back markers affecting the race.
True. The problem with going off the circuit, though, it does cause yellow flags. And again, it pits. Arrow stays out. T-Money pits as well. Arrow, see whose strategy pays off here. Get it with a 5-second penalty. Oh, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. That's going to take away a battle.
Very good news for T-Money, but...
Again, it goes through. Maintains that position. Arrow's out front now. Let's see what he's got for some pace here. We'll get that lap data up. He's up on his fastest time. He's putting in a hot lap here, and this could pay off for Arrows. Overcut could work out.
Ginnett must not have served his penalty then, because he's gotten out 2 seconds ahead of T-Money.
No, he hasn't served his penalty. I don't believe when you get one for speeding in the pit lane, I don't believe that the game can figure out to serve it for you that quickly, because they've already set up the...
hold you, yeah.
Yeah, they've set up the process already, like tires or wing, whatever you've requested. If you'd gone in a lap, like, I mean,
yeah.
If he goes in again, I would serve it.
Now, closing in on Brent. Haystock's closing in on Brian Mosser. Those are close battles. Zoinks is right behind Fuzz.
Riding on board with Ryan now. DRS on Brent. 2-lap-old tires. Brent on 11-lap-old hard. So Brent not looking to give up this position. He's got a few fair ways to go. Arrow pits. Going to the hards.
Now coming down the pitch straight.
Ginnett takes the lead, it looks like.
He does. He did maintain the lead. T-Money behind.
Not much in it, though. That's almost dead on pace. Now, but Ginnett has a 5-second penalty, something Arrow won't know unless he checks with his engineer. Ginnett... What you gotta hope right now is T-Money comes into play and slows Arrow down, lets you get away. Hopefully you can build up enough space to eliminate that penalty, but you know, carrying that 5-second penalty at this point in the race is a huge burden, and
yeah,
it's not something you know, it can be a motivator, but ultimately it can also be a confidence killer,
Mario,
you know.
yeah, after his pit has come out into 8th, he's in DRS range of Harry, who's on 15 lap old medium, so I
Just
imagine
moving
he's
through some
heading into the
traffic here. Oh
pits
no.
soon.
Robin Hood's nearly collected Aerostrike there as he's trying to overtake the back
Ooh,
marker.
anti-money.
He's not doing well getting out of the way here, Robin Hood. He's slowed T-Money down substantially here.
Yeah,
That's very
really
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
There'll be another trip to the sewers for Robin Hood this week, I believe. At least a couple things there. Aerostrike, out of that DRS range, which is what Gennett needs. Gennett needs to put the hammer down now and push and hopefully build up a gap that can... he's got plenty of time to do it. He does have good pace, so we'll
Yeah,
see what he's capable of.
there's.
Mario now closing on Harry. This could get interesting. They got some traffic ahead as well. Newcomer Kovalev, oh my lord, he is
Oh no,
racing Harry Hotspur. Clearly not
and
anywhere
Mario.
completely out of position here. What is he doing?
Gotta get out of the way.
That is poor racing. It has to be said. Now attacking Harry, it appears. Not too sure. He really needs to calm down. This is very poor driving. You can actually see him. He's surely getting penalties for this, right? Oh my lord.
And
Unbelievable.
Mario is
He has
damaged his
damaged
wing.
Mario's wing. And he's 16th place, completely out of position. This is poor
Mario
racing.
picked up a penalty there, cutting the corner with that wing. You really don't like to see that.
No, this is very disappointing. It's still continuing, which is the worst part. It's not just, you know, someone it clearly doesn't understand the rules or something. I don't know what he's doing. This is just poor.
Mario does make a pass,
Someone else
but
now as well. Red Bull Burns
that's
trying to make his way through. Oh
far
my
too long. Oh, and
gosh,
he
he
rear
is
end Mario.
now damaged his wing. This is
Turning
absolutely
into
poor
quite a
racing.
disaster.
I would consider banning him from the next race after this performance. That was just dreadful. He's again racing someone he has
Racing
no
monster.
business racing.
Pace Dog is coming up on him too.
No, this is very unfortunate. Let's get away from there. It's depressing me. Burns, I don't like to see things like that. I'm sure he's just honestly doesn't know the rules, which is almost worse in a way. But you know, if he thinks that that's appropriate behavior, he won't be sticking around next week, I believe. Burns now closing on Mario.
Yeah, really tough luck for Mario. Did a fantastic job, and now his wing is just
Yeah, and it's, you know,
early in the stint.
if a backmarker makes a mistake around you and you get hit, that's one thing. But a backmarker racing you and causing damage, that is so infuriating. It's very frustrating, and it's something that we absolutely can't tolerate. It's poor sportsmanship. They're breaking the rules. I mean, I've seen the blue flag at least a few dozen times during that onboard time. That was just disappointing. You know, it's not something you want to see. He's gone into the pits now. He's completely... I guess I would say it... you know... It's a good thing he's out of position, but it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah. In spite of all of that, T-Money back in DRS range. Ginnett 2 seconds ahead. Brian still battling Brent, so that's been going on. And Brian Mosser closing in on Burns. So still a lot of action on track. Demoglis also trying to do his recovery drive. Makes it past Zoinks. Well done. T-Money though, just got to make this move. It's going to be tough. Neither of these DRS straights are very, very long.
Foster's made it by Burns. Was riding on board, or the broadcast with him. T-Money now very close as well, yeah. Closing in on
Missed
Arrow.
it as
Ginnett
well,
not
but
building the gap he needs at this point, but could get away if T-Money can start sending that car alongside Arrow.
yeah, Ryan also made it past Brent in there, so he's up into 5th in a very solid race so far. I mean, T-Money, big winner of the day as of right now.
Yeah, from where he started.
That was a terrible qualifying performance.
Very close to Zoinks. Right on him. Oh no, someone's lost the car.
Oh, there's a car
That's Niebuhr.
Lost
He's out.
the wheel, yeah.
Niebuhr's out. Is that going to be a safety car? That car is on the track. We've got...
Oh, and sorry to interrupt. Arrow is right on Ginnett. He must have made a mistake. I'm not sure what happened, but right behind him now.
Let's ride with them. The broadcast view of Arrow here.
Oh,
Looking
no.
back at T-Money now.
Same back marker as before.
Oh no. We have a great race at the front, and this is going to be ruined by someone who doesn't understand. Oh my lord, what is he doing? Surely this can't be tolerated. I wish we could just remove him from the session. Oh no!
Oh,
what is going on?
no.
Is that a glitch or? Yeah, there's some weird glitch going on here. Kovalev now, and he's collided with T-Money. He's hit T-Money as well. This is infuriating. This is the worst racing I've seen from any single driver, and certainly in my time as a commentator. But this is unranked lobby quality. You know, this is poor behavior. I'm not entirely sure what he is doing. He needs to obey the rules. Surely needs to be understanding before he's joining the league. That's not something that we can have. We'll have to take a look at that. Arrow
really
strike. Yeah, it's frustrating to watch as it's interrupting great battles and great racing.
Regardless, again, I guess the top 3 now are all within a second and a half of one another.
Pace Dog's now very close to Burns as well.
From what I can see, it doesn't look like anyone has wing damage, but we hope none of them have wing damage. You don't want that to spoil anything.
The only person I hope has wing damage is Alex Kovalev, so that he crashes the car and gets out of the way of this great racing.
T-Money sets the fastest lap, so he seems to be going well still. GP
really
Colin,
close.
23 laps on the hards. He pits now. I believe he would come out in 8th or 9th.
Yeah, he could go on the softs too, make up some positions there as well.
Harry Hotspur out of this race. Not sure what happened to him.
Arrow strike,
but
still,
gotta follow the leaders here.
Still can't get
this.
We have a permanent yellow flag in Sector 2. It hasn't gone away yet.
I think it's still from Harry.
And it's gone now. Oh, from Harry, yeah, sorry. I was thinking it was Niebuhr still. Which, oddly enough, that should have been a safety car. I'm not entirely sure why we even had one to begin with, but...
Yeah, I don't know what caused that, but... top three, all tight to one another.
Yes, should be
It's
some
gonna
good
be
racing.
it's difficult to overtake. We know that. Um, it's all dependent on that last corner. Arrow, fantastic exit. I think he might actually have
Here we
this
go.
move done. Yes,
Down the
he shoots it down
inside.
the
He's
inside.
almost clear. He is clear. Can he
He takes
maintain
the
it?
lead of this race.
Ginnett hanging on, fighting back. Ginnett gets a great exit
Oh,
here. Very close to Arrow.
very close.
He could send it down this straight if he feels like it.
Team Money still just hanging in there. Cheap Ballin, sorry, into the pits. Puts Ryan into fourth. He should be very happy with that. He really just needs to
Ginnett
just keep
still
control of the car
very
at this
close to
point.
Arrow. T-Money could get a double slipstream here. This could pay off for T-Money.
Just not long enough, you know? They really need to extend that. Obviously they can't, but
Let them go
in an
through.
ideal world it would be just a bit longer and you have a chance
GP Colin back
to
out in
utilize
7th. Only a second off Pace Dogs. He'll
yeah.
be looking to chop down, possibly even chase down Brian Mosser as well, who needs to pit, I assume.
Ginnett, can he get the exit he needs?
Oh no!
Oh,
He just nearly lost it. Good save.
saved the car, but he's gonna come under a lot of pressure here.
Surely T-Money has to send it
Team
now. This is
Money,
his chance.
oh, they're squeezing. Nice
Oh,
move.
great shot,
Wow.
too. That's some great camera work there.
Ginnett now. From first to third.
That 5-second
Still
penalty
quite a
as
few.
well. You know
Yeah,
what?
I
At this
forgot
point,
about
if I'm
that.
Gennett, let's go pit. Let's serve that penalty. Let's get on the soft tire. Let's set the fastest lap. You've got a gap. You've only got Ryan behind to worry about. Even if you come out behind him, you can overtake him. He's going to the end.
I think, I don't know. It's a tough call because Spain being the track that it is, anyone can make a mistake at any time. And he's still right in the mix, obviously.
For sure. I mean, if he falls away, then I think that's something you consider. But at this
Yeah.
point, yeah, you don't go when you're on the tail of first and second. Obviously, you don't pit now. But I was just assuming that his pace would drop a tad. But he could have a look down this straight with the double slipstream
If
here.
Team Money now gets the exit he needs, it does seem like he's got a good chance to have a run
He
at
does, yeah.
Arrow
He's got
here.
a good shot here. T-Money going down the outside. Ginnett closing. Not quite close enough, though.
Ah,
Team
Team Money.
Beautiful overtake.
Fantastic stuff.
It's a great overtake from T-Money.
After a 10-place grid penalty in qualifying,
Yeah.
and now leading this race,
That safety car
very impressive.
really paid off for T-Money.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's put him in a position to fight for the lead where he would have been battling through the pack for probably so long. He's probably racing somewhere ahead of Ryan maybe at this point otherwise. Still all very tight together. Ginnett now going to be wanting to take a look at Arrow down the main straight. Can T-Money get away enough to eliminate the DRS and slipstream of the two behind? Looks like it appears to have a bit of a gap. Not quite enough to break that toe, but maybe just enough to defend. Let's see how they do. Top three, all very tight still for most of this race. Coming through the final turn, down the main straight, we've got T-Money in first, Arrow in second, Ginnett in third, with a 25-second gap behind. Any of these guys, if they were to fall off a tad, could consider pitting for the fastest lap. Ideally, we get a three-way battle for the lead for the rest of the race. Ginnett's still carrying that penalty, though, so...
In other news, GP Colin about to have a run on Pace Dogs. He has the tire advantage. Was his exit good enough?
It looks good enough. He's very close.
Yeah. I think he'll
It
have a
looks
good
like
chance to get this move
he's gonna
done.
send it. Pace Dog, can Pace Dog defend? No, Pace Dog's yielding the position. Good, good solid racing there. Trying to get a better exit so he can fight back. We've got GP Colin there on that soft tire though. Doubtful that Pace Dog can fight that. GP Colin now
Good
7 seconds off Ryan. Could possibly shave that gap down by the end of the race. We'll keep an eye on that, but let's get back to Ginnett. Now, right on Arrow's rear tire. Just almost making contact as we jumped on board. Ginnett looking for a really good exit here so he can attack as T-Money just about to eliminate Aerostrike's DRS. Probably will have it here. No, he doesn't have it.
No, he's out of that range, and
Ginnett's got a
very quick down the straight.
Great run here.
Very slippery setup.
Arrow
Makes that move.
hanging on, not quite close enough to attack at this point. Perhaps with that DRS can stick close. This is playing out into T-Money's hands for sure. Can he build that gap up? Now, if Arrow can take a look back again, it allows T-Money to get away and, perhaps manage his tires a little bit. It's not quite getting away, though. Ginnett's chopped it back down to under a second.
Yeah.
Pace Dogs now still hanging on to GP Colin. Still within a second there. Wonder if
the pace of these top three is insane. The fact that they've maintained, basically a second and a half while swapping positions is quite something.
Yes, and they're still getting away from Ryan down in 4th place, which is, that's the top three are almost on identical pace, but yet leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else at this track.
Yeah, and to your point earlier, GP Colin, I believe it was a 7-second gap, is now down to 4.7. Yep.
He's very close.
I don't think he'll be able to close it all the way, but
Ryan's tires will be less than perfect though at 15 laps old, so GP Colin could do it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Aerostrike still very close to getting it here. T-Money just maintaining that 1.2 second lead. Kind of what he needs to do here. He doesn't want to give these guys DRS down that back straight. That would give him a very tough time into turn 1. T-Money has overcome some obstacles today and is running out front, which I think is very impressive nonetheless. Even if Ginnett finishes within a second, that gap, he'll be 5-second penalty will be applied. Even if Ginnett does manage to get ahead, T-Money can still take the victory here if he stays in second.
Yep.
Aerostrike pressuring the championship leader, watching his championship lead disappear before him. As I believe that would put T-Money into a tie with him for first, depending on who has the fastest lap here.
It would put him in the lead.
Oh, what was the gap again? 4 points or?
4 points.
Right, 4 points. So yes, that would put.
So if Arrow finishes second, T-Money will be in the lead. GP Colin must have made a mistake because Pace Dogs has gotten ahead of him, and Burns now
Moss are also very close to Mario here.
Tail.
Clean through it would appear.
Yeah.
Mosser's gone through. No problem
Mario,
on the softs.
He's toughed it out, I believe, with the damaged wing.
Yeah, hanging on a 9th.
So, good for him.
Smogalus too, 23 laps on those hard tires, snagging a point. Not a bad performance. Brent pressuring him though for that final point position. Aerostrike now within 7/10 of Ginnett. Still not quite close enough to take a look. Ginnett's just maintaining that perfect pace. T-Money's not getting away. Arrow's not really gaining. Ginnett, it's unfortunately he's carrying that penalty because he earned second at least here.
Yeah.
Oh, Arrows nearly lost the car there. No. He saved it.
Yeah, a bit of a fishtail there.
That gives Ginnett a chance to go.
DRS range. Only 1 lap, or 2 laps left, sorry. So
Oh,
Interesting to
Alex
know
Kovalev, 5
if
second penalty for crossing the pit lane exit.
not quite sure that'll have an
Thankfully,
effect on his
thankfully
position.
he pit and thankfully came out behind the top three this time, so he should be a non-factor for the rest of the race. We would hope, unless he's going to try and
At
race them.
least
He's not good enough to race them though, and he is close.
in terms of the top three.
Oh no. I fear that Alex is quite close to Arrow. Let's pretend he's not there. Ginnett. Not going to be close enough to get T-Money. T-Money looks like he's poised for a victory here today, but still has to make it go another lap and
Another lap.
a bit. Just got traffic ahead. I believe that's the Mercedes ahead. That would be Zoinks. Zoinks, nice and clean fella. He'll let him through, no problem. Likely to get out of the way for all three of these guys. Probably not here. Maybe down the...
Yeah, he's quite a bit ahead right now, so not pressing. I don't see blue flags.
Burns still pressuring Colin.
Yeah, Zoinks is still ahead enough. Doesn't need to worry about it yet.
Yeah.
Still a flag in Sector 1, not quite sure who that could be. It's Alex Kovalev.
Blue flags for Zoinks ahead here. So riding on board with T-Money at the moment. Arrow now within a second of Ginnett.
Zoinks should just get out of the way on the straight here, hopefully.
It's a bit tricky. He's not in the greatest spot.
No.
There, he's pulled over.
Yeah, he's gotten right off the road. Good for him.
And yeah, he'll be wanting to get out of the way again for Ginnett. Just ahead or just behind. Ryan as well.
Walk up from him. It's a tricky spot here to get out of the way, you know.
It's unfortunate.
Oh,
Ginnett. Oh no, he's given the position to Arrow. On the final lap, I would have given it to him anyway with that time penalty, but just
he had a 5-second penalty.
So T-Money wins the race. Great drive from him after,
fantastic
picking up those grid penalties early in qualifying. Yeah, it's a great recovery.
Ahead.
We've got Arrow in second, Ginnett in third, Ryan running in fourth and hasn't crossed the line yet. It's a good drive from him. 19 laps on the hards.
Managed to get that gap down to a second.
Yeah, he's closed quite a bit on Ryan here, but not quite close enough, just a little off. On 23 lappable tires, though, very impressive. Carrying a bit of a penalty, it appears, to 3-second penalty for Pace Dog. GP Colin, 6th place in that soft tire.
Oh, Brian Mosser off a bit there.
Not sure who's got fastest lap at this point.
Last I remember it was T-Money, but I wasn't paying the most attention.
Yep, and we've got Mosser down in 8th. Mario finishes 9th, picks a couple points again. He's had a pretty good season so far, snagging points in most of the races, I think. Brent in 10th, snags the last point of the day. Not the greatest drive for Brent, some bad luck out there, but still rocking that black helmet. It's not been changed for quite some time. Hopefully he will change it soon. It does look good in every car though, a black helmet. There's your podium. You got T-Money, Arrow Strike, and Ginnett. Familiar on the top 3 steps there.
Yeah, top 3 in our championship on the podium today. T-Money takes over the lead in the championship here. Fantastic drive.
Yeah, it was a great drive from T-Money today. I mean, he's really earned the lead of the championship. He's had a very consistent season so far.
The only thing that could maybe come into play here is if he picks up additional penalties from the stewards from qualifying. any time penalty over 3 seconds will drop him out of the lead. So Arrow may potentially still be in the lead of this championship, but as of right now, Team Money does take the lead. Fantastic drive. From what I can see, he has the fastest lap. I do believe Brian Mosser was close there on the softs. Actually, you know what? Oh, he does. So congrats to Team Money. Well done.
All right, we'll just take a couple minutes here and get the top three invited to the party. Getting quite familiar with these guys, so just sit tight. We'll have a quick little interview. All right, those invites are out. Just sit tight, wait for our top three to join. We'll go in order: first, third, second, third. Team Money. Well, since you're here first, we'll get it going. That was a heck of a drive from you today. I mean, picked up those great positions in qualifying. We're not quite sure what happened there. We missed that, but a great recovery drive. That safety car really helped you out, and you put yourself right in the mix with having the field close up there and you being on the right tire. And it was a great drive today. Definitely, you took over the championship lead today as well. So, share some thoughts about your race today.
Sure. I mean that the penalty that I got for qualifying, I went to go start like a hard lap on the hard tires, and I spun out right by the entrance to the pit lane.
Yeah.
And I was like in the process of turning around, and I tried to sit like I was pretty much like right on the inside corner coming down the home straight, and I want to say, was it Brett?
Brent, yeah, I think
Brent,
yeah.
Brent, yeah. Like I was trying to watch the mini map to see if anybody was coming, and I was just sitting on the edge of that corner, and I saw him like go right past the front of my car, and then I saw him wipe out, and
yeah.
I mean, not that was intentional, but I guess it's on me. I probably should have just tried to back my way into the pit or whatever, but then I didn't want to get DQ'd from the session, but
yeah,
and then
it's tricky sometimes.
Yeah, but then I guess in the race, I mean, yeah, that safety car was a lifesaver, because I don't think those guys were way out in front of me, and if it wouldn't have been for that, I probably would have been lucky to even to be in the top 5, but yeah, the safety car was a lifesaver.
Yeah, no,
You
it
had
was
a really good pace. I mean, watching the three of you at the front was quite a show. There's not much between you, and you all swapped positions at some point or another. And, you came out on top. It was a really, really good drive.
Those were some good battles.
Yeah, and thankfully the one back marker there, he was a little A little bit of a pain in the butt today. Caused a lot of issues out on the track, and luckily didn't mess you guys up too much. But I did see him make contact with a couple of you guys, and
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it was, yeah, it was
Yeah, we
very,
were all-
very poor behavior. We'll be having a discussion about that. Probably
I mean,
as
we're
soon
all
as we're done
bunched
this
up
broadcast,
and
to be honest.
Yeah,
I know
it was poor.
I got bumped off the track coming into the home straight, but
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he bumped you off the road there. That was unfortunate as well. He was poor. But let's not focus on that too much. Just wanted to let you know that we did see it, and it was very frustrating to watch. So I don't think he'll be returning next week after that.
yeah.
It was just poor all around. It was multiple people too, not just you guys. So it was,
Because
a
then
rough
he
situation.
also, when we were going into the second, I think it was the second DRS zone.
Yeah.
That's where we all really got bunched up because I
Mhm.
think or Ginnett, I think he was in the lead at the time,
yeah.
Yeah.
and
he lost a
he
little
was
bit.
like, I don't want to say he was like swerving, but I mean it was like nobody could get around him, and then obviously we all got bunched up going into the last little sector.
Yeah, no, he
Well-
was racing people that he wasn't.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have been racing.
For Ginnett,
Yeah.
he at one point he was I think about like 2 seconds ahead of the two of you, Arrow and T Money, and yeah, lost that 2 seconds and
He did that two
quick
times that race.
fashion. Yeah, he was lapped a few times, and you don't want.
No, Ginnett was like 2 seconds ahead of me, and then
Oh.
he like lost it in the corner.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
right to the back of him.
Yeah, the one time though, it definitely wasn't his fault. It was he just caught the new guy, and
Yeah.
unfortunate. Because
Yeah.
aside from that, it was fantastic. It was a good race. And
Yeah.
the three of you, there's nothing between you guys. It's great to watch, and you just
Yeah.
don't want a back marker getting in the way and
Yeah.
kind of messing that up. But yeah, we don't want to focus on that too much. Arrow, another really solid race. You came second. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm a bit bummed. Qualifying lap, it was great. Second and third sector.
True
Holy,
racer.
I botched the first sector very badly.
Mm-hmm.
We were on board with you actually through
Yeah.
qualifying. I mean, it was a good lap. You got second, but we could tell there was definitely time left in it.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then I don't know, during the race, it was okay. And then once the safety car came out, my tires did not feel good at all. Like even when I switched to the hards.
Just struggling with
tough.
the temperature and the
You led the safety car off the restart.
Yeah.
Because the restart was just madness. I think that's when Ginnett took the lead.
Yeah, he dove on the inside and then I got sandwiched. I was very
Yeah, it was
surprised my wing was not damaged.
It was a hectic restart. It seemed it was 3 wide into turn 1. It was
Yeah, we were watching
Good
the
I don't
two of
even know
you,
where they
and
got
then,
all that speed there.
You know what happened, I think, was that you were a little too close to the safety car, and when you went to do a restart,
I had
it
no
kind of
choice.
stalled you a bit,
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
and they ended up getting a better run because they were still closing in, you know what I mean, that like weird lag the game puts in, so it might have just been like really
Yeah.
poor timing because they both just had that pace right away. It could have been temperatures as well. Tire temps definitely
I
play
don't
in
think
if
so,
you're...
because we were all going like the same speed
Yeah,
the whole way.
but perhaps your setup, you said you were struggling with the tires after the safety car as well, so maybe your setup just wasn't great for keeping temperature in tires, and could have been something to put you on the back foot a bit, because generally your pace is pretty good. It's usually like, you know, top pace, like usually you're the
Well,
fastest guy
I wasn't
out
really
there.
having
It's
any
just-
problems. I wasn't having problems with tire temperatures though.
No, they all seemed fine.
I don't know, like something happened and then I couldn't like accelerate as much as I wanted to out of some corners.
Yeah.
And then the blind right always I know I could take that faster, but
Right on.
I didn't trust the car.
Did Ginnett join us or no?
no Ginnett.
No.
He's
said he'll
mad
skip
about
out on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
Well-
he's frustrated.
Yeah, so I guess that well, that concludes our interviews at least, and it was another great race. It was a lot of fun, and
It was
it's good to watch
entertaining.
again for sure.
A
Yeah,
bit
I
of
enjoyed it.
there's a lot of stuff to go through, I think,
Yeah.
for this race. But yeah, thanks a bunch, guys. We do appreciate you coming into the booth with us.
Yeah,
No problem.
No
and
problem.
we appreciate the good, clean racing too. Makes our
Yeah,
makes our jobs a
it's a
lot
lot of
easier
fun watching.
because sometimes it's hard to find things to talk about, and if you guys keep going 3 wide into turn 1, we'll have plenty to talk about.
But yeah, championship, it's heating up, and yeah, you guys provide a lot of good entertainment.
Yeah.
So thanks for that. And
Next week, Monaco, you can see it
Monaco.
on the screen. Yeah.
You won't see me next week.
Oh.
I'm gonna crash.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Who knows? You might crash into a podium even.
I think it's what 39 laps, 36 laps. I can't
Yeah, it's a
remember.
long-
39. Yeah, it's 39.
It's a long race. It's
And it's a long one.
Especially if you get stuck behind somebody that's slower than you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, disconnected from the lobby. I guess that's our curtain call.
That's your cue.
Yep, that's it.
Well,
All
that's
right,
'cause
let's
I
wrap it
backed
up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Congrats, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
And
Well,
we'll
thanks
see you
for
guys next week.
yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's been MRC North America PlayStation League Tier 2. That was the Spanish Grand Prix. And Spanish. Spanish. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week for Monaco. It should be really fun. We got some really good drivers out in the field and some other interesting characters as well. So it'll be an exciting race next week for sure.
It's a close championship battle.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. I mean, qualifying's the almighty important part of Monaco, so who's got the fastest setup, who's got the best pace, who wants the pole position,
Who can keep the car on track for 39 laps?
who can keep their wing green. We should give out extra points for that. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, everybody. That concludes the broadcast. Have a good night.